As the COVID-19 pandemic hit, we've seen a spike in social media usage. And with this spike, we've seen a rise in trends. Trends that stem from child predators being assaulted in public spaces,
Why did you ask if she was a virgin?
Because I wanted to help her and I wanted.
Why?
the Grimace milkshake challenge. And just this past year, social media has came so far that for the first time in history, we've seen an Olympic level dance battle. We've come a long way. But I want to focus on the not so bright side of the internet. I want to dive into the murky depths of these scammers and gimmicks who sell false dreams and give these illusions to people who are maybe at a low point and they fall for these tricks from these jokesters and these jesters. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about some of the worst scams and gimmicks to grace the internet over the past few years. And if you're anything like me, you may be wondering, how do people always fall for these scams? Well, I understand that people may be going through something, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, or financially. Greed and desperation, they get together, and through one of these meetings, they had a baby, and this baby would grow up to be named Forex. Forex would grow to be a national sensation for a somewhat extended period of time until people would soon realize I'm supporting this baby named Forex, but I'm not seeing any rewards for my contributions to his success. And the people who were involved in the Forex scam, they were more obsessed with going on trips and booking Airbnbs with the money that they were supposed to be making to look rich rather than actually showing the results of their work.
Right? I want y'all to release all of that energy, and on the count of three, man, we gone. Man.
Crazy, right? I mean, you've seen the ads to quit your 9 to 5, make thousands from your phone by doing virtually nothing. And if I'm being honest, if I had the money to lose, I would be a part of the thousands and hundreds of people who lost a large amount of money because it was very tempting at the time because I didn't have a lot of money out of high school. I was in the military, so my money was a bit skimpy for the most part. Because nothing says financial security like gambling your money away in a foreign currency market that you know nothing about. Virtually nothing. You can barely even pronounce the names of some of these currencies, but you're gonna learn how to trade, day trade at that.
You see that blue line? How this blue line right here is crossed above this orange line?
Through a 8 week course, sometimes 4 weeks if you work hard enough. So think about it. If it was so easy, wouldn't the people who were involved be willing to show their accounts? Or wouldn't they just be millionaires and have a lot to show for it? But no, they would tell you you gotta want it bad enough and it will come. Or what I like to call the early days of manifestation.
This is what it takes. I mean, guys, you have to really be committed and all in. Like, I want you to look to the person to the right of you right now and say, you're not going to outwork me.
But no, these same people, they're wandering around their minimum wage jobs now, still listening to these financial gurus on 2 times speed, I might add, wondering, when am I going to make free money one day? I hate to break it to you, but money does not come free unless you steal it. So let's drop some names, shall we? Let's start with the infamous I Am Academy.
Grow. Grow doesn't mean you get fat. Grow means energetically and mentally you're growing so you can be prepared to lead people.
I mean, these guys promise to turn you into a Forex wizard overnight.
If you average 6 hours a day on your phone, has your phone ever made you $1? See? But now this information, this academy, it's called I Am Mastery Academy. They're going to actually teach you how to do that.
But they were lining their pockets with the same scheme I mentioned earlier, the famous pyramid scheme.
If you have 2 and 3 now, you brought 2 people into the business. Now they making money. If you can bring 2 people into the business, you can easily bring 3 people into the business.
And then there's Austin Ghazi, the self-proclaimed Forex guru who actually showed his wealth on social media. And when I first seen Austin Ghazi, personally, I was motivated because some of the things he said resonated with me.
Stop hanging around broke-ass people that don't want to get some money, that don't want to get into the gym, that don't want to get better, that don't want to learn something. Oh, it's just, let's chill, I'm tired. Oh, I'm worn out, I'm burnt out. How the fuck are you burned out? You're a fucking loser. You shouldn't be burned out to your first $10 million.
And to find out it was all a lie and scam, like many of his followers, I was shattered, heartbroken. I didn't know what to do with myself. But I'm here to tell you today that it was a scam. Bet you didn't know that, did you? The kicker is no one actually made money from the Forex scam. Nobody. Unless you count the people who were orchestrating the whole scam. I mean, the people who sit at the top of the pyramid, then somebody made money. Now, don't be alarmed. I know I may make it sound bad, but Forex isn't all bad. You'll gain some skills, and by some, I mean maybe one in a possible. And that one skill you will gain is how to lie to yourself from believing in such bullshittery. But you stand to lose way more. A few examples include your sanity, your life savings, and maybe your will to live, depending on how much was in your savings. As you'll see as we move forward, is that these people prey on people who are desperate for money, fame, and instant gratification. The one thing I want to make clear is I never want to turn into the guy who uses people for my own personal gain and prey on the weak. Next up will be exposing the king. No, not LeBron. I'm talking about the man who convinced the entire world that the key to his primal physique was eating raw organs. I'm talking about the one, the only, the Liver King.
Pulled beef with hard-shelled eggs. This is crazy.
Now, the Liver King has already been exposed, and he came clean about the amount of Chernobyl levels of gear he was on.
You know, the fact is, you know, this was a catalyst to me facing my reality. The reality is, what I did was wrong. I lied about it. That's what I'm fucking apologizing for.
Which was the cleanest thing about him, maybe at the time.
Hell, no deodorant.
Yeah, I know. I noticed the musk. The musk is strong. It's a strong musk.
Yeah, this is how a man is supposed to fucking smell.
And he is now attempting to rebrand, but the damage he inflicted has already been done. Fun fact, did you know it's actually harder to swallow the amount of supplements and Lord knows what else Liver King was ingesting than actual raw liver? Who would have knew? Another prime example of this is the food influencer by the name of Ravana. He was a raw vegan influencer who led people to believe that a diet of raw veggies and fruits would lead to all these health benefits until he was caught eating fish on camera. What these food influencers don't tell you is they're human and it is okay to eat what you would like in moderation, that is. But they would have you believe that they're living off the land. They don't shower. They don't shave. They probably don't even wipe because tissue is a part of the matrix and all these other things that they would have their childlike audience to believe. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay to be human. It's okay to eat meat. It's okay to eat fruits and veggies. A healthy diet is okay. They obviously have their own cravings, whether it's fish for raw vana or raw fish for the Liver King.
I almost threw up.
And what I find even more weird is the Liver King was pushing his brand of expensive supplements to lead people to believe that you're eating all this stuff mixed with your protein powder to have these cartoon-like abs. Crazy. And people actually believe that this physique was built off of bone marrow and crushed up bones and all these other weird animals he was eating, as he was probably laughing his way to the bank off camera, eating a steak. Well done, of course. With more and more people becoming conscious about their gut health, a new diet or a new food plan pops up every few months. And I'm here to tell you that what works for someone else may not necessarily work for you. But the best way to figure out what works for you is to visit your friendly neighborhood nutritionist, get some blood work to see what's actually good for you and what's toxic. No need to live like a polar bear and eat only meat, or live like a cow and only eat grass. Now, let's talk about some of the greatest inventors in our time, maybe since Nikola Tesla, George Washington Carver, even Galileo. These great inventors, they can't be imitated because what they did can't even really be duplicated. The great inventors of our time, they've mastered the art of telling you to simply work harder than the people around you. I know, right? Powerful. These guys mastered this art, and now it's a global sensation for some reason. I'm talking about the guys who pop up on your screen and they're yelling in the camera about how they too can make you a millionaire, teach you how to live your best life, how to find inner peace, and maybe, just maybe, levitate. For the small price of $9.99.99, you too can learn the ancient secret ways of what worked for this one guy one time. And I find it odd because they can never seem to duplicate these results over again. Isn't that weird? Or maybe am I the only one? Because they're preying on these people who are obviously mentally deranged that are paying to go to these conferences just to be berated, disrespected in a public space to feel a part of something. If you want to do that, I know a few Marine Corps recruiters who I can put you on the phone with, and you can do that for free and also get paid for it because you're spending up to thousands and thousands of dollars just to be around other people who also have this money. If you have the money to spend, more than likely you don't need someone to tell you how to make the money. First up on our list is Ty Lopez, the guy who became infamous from standing in front of his rented Lamborghini telling you that the key to success was knowledge.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. Fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. In fact, I'm a lot more proud of these 7 new bookshelves that I had to get installed to hold 2,000 new books that I bought.
And the only knowledge you gain from his course is the knowledge of seeing someone else live your dream in real time. And that's what most of these guys do. They spray all this buffoonery and headassery to the world, and people they eat it up because they see they're doing it. I know I can do it one day because all I have to do is tell you work hard, grind, hustle, outwork the people around you, and you're gonna fall for it and say, "Oh, you're right," because universally that's common sense. Everyone knows that. But what these guys don't tell you is luck is a large contributor to the success that they do come from. Then there's Grant Cardone, who promises that his 10 times rule will make you a billionaire. Not a millionaire, a billionaire if you just hustle and grind hard enough. The thing that these people don't tell you is it's all a facade. Because who else have they made a millionaire or a billionaire? The only thing they're doing is they're going over these recycled platitudes and they're rehearsing these statements, and it's all dressed up in slick marketing. Think about it. They're in nice suits. They're either clean shaven or they have a beard and it's nicely trimmed, a neat haircut. And that's the first part of marketing. It's the image. So after they have this image, next up is rehearsal. They're rehearsing all these lines in the mirror, and then they start to play these psychological games, and they're saying things that you think, wow, that's so motivational. I've never heard that before. When in reality, the only thing they have is access to a thesaurus, and they're using all these words interchangeably to make the same sentence sound different over 100 times. All these gurus claim to have the secrets to the success of life, but I have a secret. If they had the secret, why would they be telling you? Why would someone tell you how to become a millionaire or a billionaire? Is it because they tell you with the old, well, I have it, now I want to give back? Are you really falling for that? Like, I understand the appeal to authority because the numbers don't lie. You guys are going off of the TikTok followers, the amount of likes they get on their Instagram cars, their rented Lamborghinis and McLarens, and you eat it up because, like I said earlier, they're clean cut, they're in suit, nice, shaven, and you're in the corner in the room, tank top, boxers, haven't showered in days, and your mindset is this person is online telling me how to become successful. So I'm gonna save up $1,000 and go to a seminar. That's the first step for me to get my life on track. If that sounds like you, I don't actually scratch that. On a more serious note, if that is you and you're in the corner in a dark place trying to get your life on track, I hope you do get your life on track. But not by way of scams, gimmicks, and gurus. Because like I said, these guys are glorified advertisers. Which brings me to the sponsor of today's video. No one. But if I did have ads, that would make for a great transition, right? But speaking of ads, I want to touch on a recent gimmick that's been going on with the sports betting. As you guys, oh, I don't know if you've seen it, but I watch sports a lot, and in my space, there's a lot of people who are always talking about parlays and all these other things. These sports betting ads and all these people that are pushing gambling. If you notice in the fine print that says if you or you know someone with a gambling addiction, call this number. But it's in very fine print, almost unreadable unless you pause it to watch it, or your illegal streaming services glitches and you catch it at the last second before it blacks out. If you know someone who's struggling with gambling and they continuously are displaying this destructive behavior, step in and say something because I don't gamble, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I'm not on a high horse or anything, but I just don't like things that alter my way of thinking. And that's how I feel about these scams and these gimmicks. That's why I decided to make a video to spread more awareness because good things don't come easy. It's gonna take hard work. Now I sound like a life guru. But there you have it. Some of the worst scams and gimmicks from the past few years to give you a bit of a insight on what's been going on. Or if you've been keeping up, you know exactly what's going on. But nothing in life is free. Even free pizza isn't free. It requires a purchase of $8 or less. But something that won't cost you $9.99 is subscribing and helping us grow together as a channel and as a family so we can keep putting out some of these great videos and I can help you and you can help me. But as I said, it doesn't cost $9.99. It's free. For now, that is. But thanks for stopping by. I'm your host, Alonzo. I've listed some more channels in the links above to check them out. Give me some critique. Like I said, I'm new to this. So if you notice something, feel free to critique, and I'll be sure to get you a comment. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on updates from the channel and more videos coming soon. Thanks. Peace.